Yeah, welcome to Coffee and Cannabis. I'm your host, Alyza, and this is
Corey, what's up?
And today we have a very, very special guest for you. The first social equity cultivator, black man. Listen, he owns it. It's his shit in the state. Please give it up for David Nicolas from Prolific Grow House.
Hello, everybody.
I'm so excited for this episode. I think he about to come out and talk some big shit. But before we get into it, our coffee, Mr. K1, Kenny, thank you for the continuous supply of energy. Corey, what are we smoking on? Actually,
He brought gifts. You stupid mother. Gifts. We like them. We appreciate them. Thank you.
It was
Appreciate
coming.
that. We
You
in the
do.
gifting state,
Because some
so-
people don't come, they don't have the gifts with them. You got to
Look.
come appropriate. You see the bags. You see the bags.
Got it, Jay? What is it? Did you say it's got to be close to the mic, close to
We don't know the rules.
close to my face?
Prolific
Listen.
Grow House, you know what I'm saying? Smoking on biscotti, right?
Yeah,
Biscotti.
smoking on some biscotti right now.
Yeah.
How's
Because he
it
brought
feel?
gifts.
Feels great, but I just feel like it's just the beginning.
Of course.
You know, I'm young, still learning, growing. Just getting through all the hurdles, being at this point right now, definitely feels good. Every day is a new high.
That's dope.
I'm seeing how this high is. This tastes good.
You gotta get, she got to get righteous. There you go.
Yeah, it tastes
Make sure
good.
she not cough her lung out first yet. Sometimes.
She got baby lungs.
You gotta be left eye.
So
It's good.
The one cool thing with cultivation in Jersey is, in cultivation you also end up becoming a distributor, right? So you're distributing all your flower products, and so it's more than just I grow. It's I grow, I distribute. You're doing your own wholesale. You know what I mean? So
a lot of work.
with the exception of like owning a store, like a retail, like you're doing the whole thing, right? You get to be your own wholesale agent, distribute. Like that's nuts. Like especially at your age, but like that's wild. Like so, congratulations, man, for real.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I'm definitely staying humble towards everything that's going on right now. We got plans to become vertical real soon. Definitely by summer of 24, we should be vertical. Got work on dispensary right now. As far as being a distributor / cultivator in the state, it's just been a blessing, honestly. Being the first one, room of brothers and sisters, it feels good. I definitely want to empower those who are below me, that are in the shoes that I was once in last month to get across that finish line, so they could get to this market because this is a $1 billion market. Understand that? Like, it's a $1 billion market. Let's think about this. Like, one of us own 10% of that market. How you think your family's going to be doing?
Oh yeah, we lit. You might not even see me again.
Done for the rest of good for the rest of our lives.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's my whole point. For me, like, I'm first generation. I'm breaking generational curses right now. It's definitely, like, coming from a Haitian background, seeing my mom have to work day and night.
Sick.
I'm lit. Seeing my mom have to work day and night with cancer, doing housekeeping, it was just, something that influenced me to break those barriers, come off the boulevard from MLK Boulevard in Trenton, New Jersey, overcome everything that I done seen, done had happen to me, from police brutality, getting arrested for cannabis. You know what I mean? This is what the true legacy is about.
You're a social equity applicant, so obviously you had a charge, but you also overcame some of that because you had went to school and sort of changed your life around, right? Can you talk a little bit of that journey?
So, my current cannabis journey started off, I want to say my senior year, probably actually 8th grade. It started off. I'll give you the first story, how the very beginning. I used to cop off of my neighborhood dealer. Back then, I was a young kid getting ace for $40 from the plug. Long story short, almost got caught one time in school because I sold some weed to my boy Jared, and the teacher saw him drop the weed, but then he picked it up so quick and put it in his nuts that she couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? But, you know, selling something to him first, that started off the whole journey. Then after that, high school came. My family, we really struggled. My dad wasn't really around too much for us. Having my mom be the only provider all throughout that time, along with her paying for my tuition at Catholic school because she was housekeeper there. It really like influenced me to, you know, step up and become that provider that my family is looking for. You know, break that generational curse. And you know, from high school, I was known as a trap football player. Then college came. I was known as the campus plug. Shout out to Rowan University. And then from there, you know, just that journey through college, it really built me. Along with this pressure of having to go to school, worry about paying rent, worry about the police being on your back, and then lastly, you know, smoking this and having to look over your shoulder, make sure you're not about to get arrested or brutalized like the people in my city for this plant right here. College definitely like was a long road for me. I was an accounting major. During my time as an accounting major, I had many downhill battles that I was dealing with myself, from being financially poor to getting arrested in front of my mom's house for the first time.
That happened while you were in college?
Yeah, while I was in college, man. It was summer. You know, I was working for my cousin at the time, which got me started on the entrepreneurship journey. My cousin owns Knowledge Clothing, which is a Miami-based clothing company. And I had went down to Miami for spring break during college, and I told him, I was like, yo, let me bring this up to Philly for you. Let me try to get something going over here, you know what I mean? Went first 2 weeks, you know, busting out sales left and right, starting to learn how to, you know, bring employees in, payroll management, all that, inventory management. And on my second go-round, I had 4 of my boys come work with me that day. I wanted to put some money in their pockets because they all was my roommates, and I know they needed something. I went to go drop one of them off home, which lived around the corner from my mama's house. And pretty much, like, we had narcs. We called them hop-out boys in Trenton. Mm-hmm. I dropped my boy off, 3 of us in the car, bust a right. Mind you, my mom's house was within a 1-minute radius of where my boy lived at. They followed me from my man's house all the way to my house. I parked my car up. Them cops, when I parked my car up and I got out to go walk into my mom's house, they stopped their car, slammed me on my car, pulled everyone out the car, searching my car for guns, which I'm not even about that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm all for peace and positivity. Searching my car for guns, looking for drugs. You know what I mean? They almost beat on my cousin that was at the time 16 years old in the car with me. I got arrested that day for having an edible on me. That was a start.
That's fucking stupid.
That was a start. Then, one day, I go to pick up by HP. I get in my car. I bust 2 rights. I get pulled over. It's by the same cop.
Oh, he just on you.
He on me at this point.
Yeah. That's what.
You know what I mean? Like, they chased me, and then they cornered me, and then, boom, locked me up. After that, I'm getting arrested in Glassboro. I'm getting questioned and asking where this weed is coming from. Mind you, at the time, I'm a medical patient. I knew my laws back then. So it was like, you know, I knew back then you could only have 3 ounces on you at the time, and you wouldn't get in trouble. I knew they couldn't search your car if they smelt the weed in the car because you were a medical patient. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And knowing the law, that I think that was the side that protected me the most with being on a legacy end. Because whenever I got arrested, there wasn't really much they could do because the law was used against them. At this point, being arrested twice by the same police officer, and then having him victimize my friends also on a later incident, it just, you know what I mean? Like, it got to the point where I was like, yo, enough is enough. And the last time he arrested me, I told him, you going to remember me. I meant those words. Because at the end of the day, like, back then, I was trying to get into the medical market. But I'm a broke-ass college student. Who am I about to partner with? I'm broke. For one, I'm African American, so they already don't trust us too much. You know what I mean? And access to capital just wasn't viable for me at that point. I wasn't sitting in the same room as I am right now with other folks that could change my life, help me change somebody else's life that I know. Yeah. I mean, like, that's what I mean. Like, being legacy, this is the hurdles that I had to go through to college and then get to the point where I'm at right now.
That's dope.
How did you get into accounting? That's a really interesting major.
Accounting, I got into that because honestly, like, it was just my second option. I knew accountants always had jobs, and I knew I would learn how to keep management of my money. So that was my second option. I originally went to school for PT. I wanted to become a physical therapist. I was playing football at the time. And Rowan just didn't have a physical therapy program. So I was like, yo, screw it. I'm going to just go for accounting, see if I like it. If I do, stick with it, grind it out, and get a job out of school. And I did that. Like, my last semester of senior year, the number 10 firm in the world offered me a full-time position with them. And
so clearly you were good at it.
yeah, I mean, I was decent. I know how to keep track of my numbers. You know, it definitely was like, you know, it held me in the trap game too, because like, even when I was like on the legacy side, my books was always kept like, you know what I mean? I knew how to keep track of my books. Yeah. It's off the strength of what I was learning in the classroom.
And especially at Rowan, man, I done partied down there at Rowan a couple times. This was before you was there, but, you know, I'm an alpha. So down at the Alpha House, getting a little loose in Rowan, that little alpha step show down at Rowan. Yeah.
Right on Delsey, weren't you?
Yes. Yeah, stopping at the Wawa on the way in. But, yeah, it's a good time down there.
No, definitely, man. Rowan definitely was a great time. That was a great market to be in. Back then, I'm not even gonna lie.
You said that was a good market to sell that thing. Making that bread.
And being the plug, man, I experimented with all types of shit. You know what I mean? From edibles down to me trying to create a CBD tea back then. You know, 420, my clients used to pull up to my crib. We brought up ounce blunts for 420.
Oh, y'all was some wild shit.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, we lived a good college. We went to school, but we party hard down there, you know what I mean? Like,
nah, that's dope.
So now you got your brand, and it's legal, and it's on shelves in actual legal stores. That's crazy, right?
It definitely does feel crazy. You know
it's crazy.
How
many stores are you in?
Right now, we're about 15 stores right now.
That's kind of fast.
Yeah, I think it might be 20, but we're around like 15, 20. I walked in today. The board had 10 extra stores. I mean, first month sales, like, we grossed a pretty nice amount. You know, more than I originally expected. But
that's always nice to hear.
yeah, man.
You had something that people were anticipating. You brought something new and something fresh.
For sure. I mean, like, at the end of the day, I look at this like I'm on a legacy market at the end of the day. Anything that you're going to have in my bags, I'm going to treat it the same way as I was treating my clients prior to doing this on the legal end. You know what I mean? I make sure they got the good quality smoke. You're going to have some nice terps with your shit. You know what I mean? You're going to be fried no matter what the THC percentage say on that shit. And, you know what I mean? You're just going to have some quality buds. You know? And I just feel like Prolific just about to blow. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, and like, so I would, you know, shout out to Tom and Fire and Oak Dispensary down in Mount Holly.
First clients.
It went down on their grand opening weekend and copped a couple strains of that Prolific. That Candy Haze had me right. That Candy Haze had me good. I was like, damn, I need some more of that shit. No, but yeah, no, it's dope because there's, I believe, maybe 3 really actually independent cultivation brands in the state, period. Because y'all don't realize it don't matter how many different names it comes to, the MSO makes it, or at least they supply it. So, but there's not really any independent cultivation brands out there. But, all these dispensaries, because they're all having to buy from MSOs, they're all the same. Really, the only difference from one dispensary and the other is just the vibe and the place or the location to you.
Yep.
But the menu ain't really there. You know what I mean? It's whoever was high enough on someone's wholesale list for that week, right? Like if you was a tier 1, tier 2 with your wholesale team, you're gonna take care of your wholesaler. But yeah, so everything's the same. So like here you come out, and the whole cannabis industry, quote unquote, wants to support Black owned, wants to support social equity. And yeah, I see you jumping up real quick, like real stupid on some dumb level, because
Yes. Right.
I think
Right.
there's a huge opportunity there. And, some exclusivity. And manufacture that as well. Some exclusivity things that could happen there, About to tell y'all that got it in Jersey City, wait till we open. Y'all ain't got it in Jersey City. We getting that exclusivity. You know how we do. We got to lock down contracts and talks. But, some of y'all getting away with some little slick stuff right now, but when Tossed open in a couple months, woo, listen.
There's going to be some feelings there.
About to toss y'all down the block.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like telling you, it might not be nothing left by the time you call, you know what I'm saying? Because we making sure we got the right brands and brands that we actually want to support.
Yep.
So we're not held hostage to, any one bigger company. It's such an amazing time. I was just excited to see you there with Tom's dispensary opening and also debuting a new strain out there and smoking that new strain. No, it's wonderful. It really is. Proud of you.
That is really a beautiful moment. Both in the same city, social equity, white guy, Black guy, one with a dispensary, the other one a cultivator, making their fucking dreams come true.
Both arrested for having weed before.
During
Jersey,
college.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tom shit was in college, too. Yeah. Big trapper Tom.
Shout out to Tom.
I'm getting to it.
It's such a beautiful thing. It really, really is. This, when Commissioner Barker says, this isn't business as usual, we did this for a reason, this is the reason.
Right.
This is the reason. Your life is going to change. And now you can change other people's lives.
Right. It definitely, you are right about that. A lot of the barriers and mistakes that I made back then, whether it was having to survive 2 years in the CRC with very minimal money.
Survive in the CRC. He ain't lying. Yeah, we be talking about that. You gotta be able to get through it.
It's a survival game.
You gotta make it. You gotta listen. We understand. We had 2 years. You know what I mean? It really is. Yeah.
Only the strong.
It's been points at my warehouse. We were struggling so much. Lights shut off. We are our landlords months in rent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They threatening to kick us out, getting the attorneys on us. But at the end of the day, these struggles, they humbled me enough to put myself out there. I was going through everything, my lights being off, almost about to get kicked out, about to lose everything. My hustle really went up. You know what I mean? I showed true entrepreneurship. This really is. You know what I mean? When your hustle get up, you start pushing through everything, knocking out everything that's just coming at you. Rent money due, bow, I'm about to get that. You know what I mean? I'm going to go somewhere where I'm going to be in that hub, where I'm going to be able to network with that person that will help me get to that path where I'm going. You know what I mean?
You're in a great spot. And especially at your age, to be so young, maybe the youngest, maybe one of the youngest when they got their license or whatever. But
fact check that.
We got to check. We got to find out. It's in the top 5 at least. from an age standpoint. But
25 years old is pretty young. Yeah.
And he's talking about now. It's not when he started.
Right.
Right. So like, you know what I mean? It's no, that's super dope. It's super dope. I'm excited for you. I really, really.
You about to have a fun journey up ahead. So now the hard work, for the most part, is done. But now the fun part, which is you got to get this to be the most dopest, like people want it. And I know that I know you got some strategies. Can you give us what you got going?
What you got going on?
Yeah, what you gonna do to make this pop? Because I already see the streets is demanding it. So.
Shit. The people. That's all I'm gonna say. Like the people are always gonna want it. Like we're keeping the P for the people.
Ooh, I love that.
Just having it. You know what I mean? Having this opportunity right now, coming out strong the way we did. You know, all we want to do is just drive this momentum up. You know what I mean? Keep it going.
Yeah.
The spaceship is not going to stop. It's going to be a snowball effect to the point where, you know, we're able to help others with this snowball effect. Others will come along with us.
Yeah.
Some strategies and stuff that I got going on right now. As you guys can see,
Tell me what you cooking.
you know what I mean, we got Prolific up there this month. Not really supposed to be announcing this, but I'm going to announce this. Definitely want to see everyone out there. We are going to be at Cookies. We're debuting Souffle Runts. This is our newest drop. You know what I mean? It's a nice candy tasting. Nice bud, you know what I mean? Like you crack that bag open, you got them little purple flakes around it. It's a good tasty smoke.
Okay.
Souffle runs.
Souffle
That's
runs.
hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we're dropping that, and we got a special guest appearance that will be there.
Okay.
Gilly the Kid.
Shout out to Gilly.
Excuse me, the King.
Oh,
King
yeah.
Gilly.
Gilly's that guy, man. Like, you know.
$1 million worth of game.
And he supports you, obviously,
Shout out.
from a business.
Yeah, man. Like, I just off the first time I met Gilly, I met him at the NJ Weedman's joint for a 420 event. And off the rip, like, this is when I started off with pen and pad. I had nothing. I had no building back then. I had shit. But I just had $1 in a dream. And I seen Gil. I'm like, yo, Gil, like, I'm about to do this cultivation. I was like, yo, like, you mind taking a flick with me real quick? Picture turned into conversations happening. Now, bro, like, you know, I look up to him like he definitely a positive role model and influence on especially the youth and the younger generation like myself that's coming up right now.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that we don't know. And like you said, he has $1 million worth of game.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? The talks me and Gil had definitely shaped up a lot of things on how, my perspective on how I look at on business, on just life, people, family, you know.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
Trenton ain't no joke. I worked in Trenton for like a year and a half. I worked at a place in Trenton that literally every person in Trenton has worked at. Goddamn Train on East State Street over there. I'll tell you, every person in Trenton has. It's like being in Atlanta talking about working at the airport.
Probably knew my Uncle 2 Cent.
Listen, I know a lot of cats out there in Trenton.
It was mad Haitian motherfuckers working there, yo.
And they messed me up because they gave me the night shift. So I was working night shift. Everybody that worked for me was like 21 through 25. So I had all of real Trenton at night running through. Oh, man, I'm telling you, in this old building, the wind, on a real bad night, the wind blow, the power would go out. And you got all these young, crazy motherfuckers from Trenton in this big-ass building, power go out for 10 minutes. You got motherfuckers is running through the building. You trying to, listen, Trenton is lit. Trenton's a wild place.
I mean, my city is lit. I ain't gonna hold you. I could just tell you stories, like, from back then, like, my guys and I, like, from Trenton, from D Block, Dexter Street. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we were like a crew of just young Haitian men. You know what I mean? They call themselves the Fly Boys. But they definitely used to have the streets, like, and parties popping. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, we had the block turned up. Like, when I say turned up, we had the block turned up. Fuck, I could just remember this one party we had, yo, like, the whole house was filled. got motherfuckers running through the living room, the backyard, the front of the crib. The next thing you know, you see the whole main street just packed out with motherfuckers. Like, it was at least 500 people out there back in 2017.
You can only do that when you from Trenton. Because listen, if you're not from Trenton, don't be in Trenton. Right. Don't be thinking, oh, we going to the state's capital. Like, no.
You know, Corey, we're not really making Jersey sound too great. The last couple of episodes, we've been talking about some cities, and we're
listen.
Jersey is a wonderful place. Please come visit. We welcome you to come patronize
come to the shore,
our state.
spend money.
Yeah,
stop at a dispensary or 3.
Get some fire ass fucking pizza.
Yeah, get some prolific. So, you know, what I'm saying? It's good. It's good and bad to everywhere. Nah, but we're really proud of you, David, and definitely here to support. Definitely gonna have the exclusivity when we open, and we just here to help you however we can. You know, because it's a true success story. We're really proud of you.
Appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all for, you know what I mean, like taking the time today, holler at me about everything. It's definitely like, you know what I mean, being in a room with both of y'all who I've known for quite a while. You know, I can't wait to see y'all success story pull up. You know what I mean? When we all sitting in a big high definition.
Right.
You know what I mean? Set up and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, we about to
Visualize. Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Continue.
Oh, you
Manifest.
talk
I'm
now.
gonna let her talk the talk.
Manifest.
I'm gonna understand. Like, when I walked in here, you feel me? Like, I felt as if I was at home at this point. Like,
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, this brought me back. I'm like, all right, this real, genuine, authentic setting right here. Like, I fuck with it. Like, you know what I mean?
We
Like,
appreciate that.
y'all staying true to the grind, and trust and
Y'all
believe,
can't see the
Jersey
other side of
City.
these cameras.
Look out for these guys. I'm trying to tell you.
Big
Trying
facts.
to tell you.
Yeah. It does look a little rough in here, but listen, what you said, I appreciated that you took it back to like struggling with rent, like really being down to your last dollar of like, what's going to happen? And it's this weird thing when you're an entrepreneur. It's like, you know that you can't quit, but you also don't know how you're going to figure it out. But then somehow you figure it out. Every time. It'd be the hardest shit. And you still won't quit because it's just in you, you know? It's just a thing that's in you. And I think a lot of people don't really talk about when we talk to the CRC and we talk about, or hear them talk about the issues that are happening out here, no one is specific about the issues. Like, I'm running out of money that I cannot pay this rent and this guy's gonna kick me out. That's a real thing.
They don't get it.
That's a real thing.
And people will never understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what true legacy is about. You know what I mean? We always figure it out. You hungry, you gonna figure out how to make that dollar, feed yourself, feed your fam. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, at this point, like, people aren't understanding the true struggles of what it is to do something on your own and not have that source and that lift and that little drive, that push that you need to get where your business is operating. And, you know, that's why I said, like, I'm the first one here. I'm going to make sure there's others that come along with us. Because at the end of the day, like, we were the ones affected by this. We deserve that reparation. So, you know, we're just going to use this as example of what being a all right, we can cut it right here.
Independent.
What being independent can be like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm fucking fried right now.
This shit is
That's what the fucking
good.
biscotti do, yo.
Word. Tell me this. What is your favorite part so far? Like, outside of growing, obviously that's a specialization that, you know, that's obviously why people get into cultivation, because they like to grow weed and get new strains and do all that. But you also, to Corey's point, do now everything. That's part of the process. So I'm sure you're designing the bags, having an idea for that. You're also putting together sort of a strategic marketing plan. Like, especially because you're a small company and you're the CEO, I'm sure you do a lot of this work yourself, because that's just how it goes when you're a small team. What is your favorite part? Excuse me. What's your favorite part so far?
Right now, it's just helping people.
Okay.
You know, around me, my team right now, I can tell you, it's all classmates and friends
Wow,
that
that's
work
dope.
with me right now. For me, I use my resources that are around me to build a strong team because I already had a connection with these people. I knew everyone's backgrounds, degrees, what they were good at, and I just gave them an avenue to get out of their 9 to 5s and actually do what they actually love. Be happy going to work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's for me. Like, for example, I got my marketing director, Lauren. It's one of my best friends, my cool homegirl from college. She got a PR degree from Rowan University. We were cool since freshman year. Brought her on the team. Got the socials booming right now. You know what I mean? She's doing her job. Got my other man's Emilio. He got Zario's, the street brand, legacy brand that, you know what I mean, is popping around the area. Brought him on and, you know, brought him on for field marketing. You know what I mean? Getting those people out there.
Yeah.
Put our brand out. Come pull up to your store, do pop-ups. Then we got my boy Kylan. He just graduated with an accounting degree. For me, I need to be a CEO. I can't have my hands in every single place. There's only 24 hours in a day.
Right.
Me bringing on Kylan, even though I graduated with an accounting background, worked with the top 10 firm, I just created an opportunity for him to do something that he loves instead of going corporate.
Right.
You're working with the homie now. You know what I mean? And we sticking together, making sure, you know, they eat, I eat, we all eat. Like, you know what I mean? This is definitely like a family business for me.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well done.
I love it. Success story. They're coming. It doesn't mean that we're not stressed the fuck out.
Or they tight.
Yes. But they're coming. It's coming. Jersey, it's all coming.
Oh, yeah. 609 here.
Oh, yeah. All day. I don't know about that 609.
Don't tell me this is an 856, boy.
No, I'm a 609. I didn't have a 609 before you was born, boy. I got that 609. How saying so?
All right. Well, Dave, listen, thank you for coming. We appreciate having you on. You guys make sure you go to your local dispensary. It don't sound like everybody going to be able to get it, so you might have to look it up. I don't know.
Go on Weed Maps. We're available on Weed Maps.
There you go.
Follow our Instagram page at Prolific Grow House.
Boom.
And also, Google us, Prolific Grow House. You will find us.
There you go. So the brand is moving. Things are doing good. Social equity applicant, minority, first one in Jersey. Proud to see it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace.